Hello YouTube, it's Sydney Island here. That's Island with the Y, not an S. And I am outside in the chilly air talking about the coronavirus. Yes, I need to talk about it. I just need to talk about it. It's some thoughts I have on it, some thoughts that are unpopular opinions. Let me not put the quote fingers, whatever. It's unpopular opinions about the coronavirus, okay? So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So my job closed down for the next 2 weeks due to the coronavirus. And it's crazy because there has not been any cases of corona in the city that I live in, yet they're closing things down. And a lot of this, in my unpopular opinion, is a scare tactic. It's a scare tactic. Because tell me why there's 73,000 recoveries from the coronavirus and 5,000 deaths. That is so many more recoveries than deaths from the coronavirus. Why is that? Why is it that they report more about the deaths, which is a lot less than the recoveries? Why are they doing that? Some of y'all already know. Some of y'all watching this is already like, I know what she's gonna say. I see it coming. I see it coming. And you know what it is. It's control. They're using fear to control the masses, as they often do. They've been doing this for hundreds of years, okay? And think about how, for an example, in an abusive relationship, a man uses fear to control a woman, right? Just only in an unhealthy abusive relationship, not in any other dynamic of a relationship, just in this particular unhealthy relationship dynamic. A man, he says, if you do this wrong, I'ma hit you. If you say that wrong, I'ma hit you, and threatens her. And he tries to instill fear in her as a way to control her. He says, don't dare try to leave me, because there's no other man that's going to be better than me. Ain't no man going to be able to take care of you like I take care of you. Ain't no man going to love you like I love you. And trying to instill this fear in her that she's not enough and that kind of thing. It's the same type of dynamic. They're using fear to control you. They're taking your energy from you. And the more energy you focus on the coronavirus is the less energy that you're giving to yourself. Use this time with the coronavirus, use this time as a time to gain self-knowledge. And I'm saying this because this is a synchronicity that I've been seeing everywhere lately. Like, I thought it was just for me, but now that I'm thinking about it, I realize it's for y'all too. It's for me to talk about to y'all. It's for everybody, this self-knowledge thing. I've been seeing these things like words on the walls that say, knowledge and self in a similar area, like together, and just these different synchronicities. And it's like something that keeps telling me that it's a time for self-knowledge. It's a time for you to learn about yourself. It's a reason why we're being separated from each other and we can't interact with each other, because we need to interact with ourselves. We need to be with ourselves. We need to try to understand ourselves. Use this time to discover who you are and discover what you want to do, and promise to yourself that when this coronavirus situation is over, you're going to start living for yourself. You're going to take this time while you're out of work to discover what you're really truly passionate about. This is a huge self-reevaluation time. This is a huge time to figure out whether the life that you have been living really reflects what you really reflects the life that you really want to live. This is the time to figure that out. This is the time to figure out, has the life that I've been living up until this coronavirus point, has that really been the life I've been wanting to live? It's time to look at your life for what it really is and give yourself a reality check, because this is like a reality check moment right here. People are now starting to wash their hands, which they should have already been doing in the first place. People are doing stuff that they should have already been doing, wiping things down every hour at my job. Like, before things was closing down, every single hour we had to wipe down the whole counter and the desk and everything, wiping down knobs, and just we're taking precautions that should have already been taken. And so it's kind of like a wake-up call for people. Like, germs spread and they spread fast, okay? And God, I'm cold. But I just love natural light, and I feel that I get the best energies when I'm outside. This is a time for new discoveries. Watch videos on YouTube that you never watched before. Stuff that you've been thinking about watching, but you kind of was hesitant about it because you just didn't think that it mattered, or you thought it was irrelevant. Take time to watch those videos, because there's some message in there for you. Take time to watch the movies that you've been wanting to watch, or the movies that you said you would never watch. Start reading books, read more books, start learning about stuff that you've been scared to learn about. Start delving into the parts of yourself that you've been scared to delve into. Use this time as just a self-care time. God is forcing us to take care of ourselves. Like for me, I have asthma, and so I'm forced now to get all of my asthma inhalers. I was procrastinating on getting the other inhaler. Like there's two inhalers, and there's one that is a rescue inhaler, and then there's like a backup inhaler to maintain your asthma. And I've been procrastinating on getting the backup inhaler to maintain my asthma. And now that this coronavirus stuff is going on, I feel like I have to get that inhaler now because people who have asthma are more susceptible. And so now it's like God is forcing us to take care of ourselves. God is forcing us to do the things that we should have already done for our health. This is the time for self-care. This is a huge self time. And I know it's contradicting because it's affecting so many other people outside of ourselves. But how can you be a place of calm for anybody if you're freaking out inside of your own self? Use this time as a challenge to trust God and to not be afraid. There really is nothing to fear. Everything happens for a specific reason. God does not let things happen for no reason. Do not be afraid, because they have had so many health scares in the past. We had SARS, we had the bird flu, we had the swine flu. There's been so many health scares, and a lot of them blew over. A lot of them weren't as serious as we thought. But I have to say the coronavirus it seems a little bit more serious because they're shutting things down when I don't think they did that with the swine flu way back in, like, was it '08? They didn't do all this. They didn't shut stuff down, so it does seem a little bit more serious, and I do think that it is more serious, but there's also a lot to it that we don't know about. And I think I'm not going to say that it's a hoax, because I do think that people are getting sick from it, but I think that it was created in a lab. Like, I think that about a lot of illnesses. I think that it was created by some scientists or something. I don't think that it came from animals in China. They always blaming the Chinese for something. I don't think that that is the case. I could be wrong. Don't take my word for it. I am not a private investigator. I'm just a intuitive healer artist. Okay, so that's just it's just my perspective from what I have been picking up on just from living on this planet for the past 23 years. That's just what I picked up on, is that I think that it's been created. Watch the movie Mission Impossible 2. Me and my sister was talking about it, how in that movie they created a virus and they created a cure and they implanted it in somebody. Somebody volunteered for the virus to be implanted in them. Watch Mission Impossible 2 starring Tom Cruise and Thandie Newton. Watch that movie because it's something going on with that. It's very similar to that movie. Okay, and any other movie where people spreading viruses and then there's a secret cure, I believe that they're going to put out a vaccination for the coronavirus. And when people are in this panic, in this state of fear, when somebody says, okay, we have the vaccination, okay, so time to take this vaccination. If you don't have this vaccination, then you're gonna get the virus, and then people are gonna be freaking out like, oh my gosh, I gotta get the vaccine, I gotta get the vaccine. And we don't know what's in this vaccine. What is in this vaccine? What if there's something in the vaccine that blocks your pineal gland, which is your third eye? What if there's something in it that blocks you from your true spiritual nature? What if they're trying to start a whole new world order and the coronavirus is just the beginning of it? And then they're going to start this vaccination that changes people's, the way that they think and the way that they feel and stuff like that. What if it's just another way to control people's minds? And it is. It always is. Because why? Why did Bill Gates predict that the coronavirus is going to happen a year ago? How did he know about that? And apparently Donald Trump shook the hand of a man who had the coronavirus, but Donald Trump does not have the coronavirus. Why? You have to start wondering. You have to start wondering. And don't take my word for everything. Some of this stuff I just heard from somebody else or heard from a video, so I don't have all the facts. But it's just like, it's just very odd to me. God, I'm so cold, but I'm doing this because I love y'all. I didn't want y'all to get the real about this whatever you call it, coronavirus. I want y'all to get the real about this COVID-19 thing, okay? It's serious. But it's not something to panic about and sit and lay in fear about. And I'm not gonna act like that I don't have no anxiety about it, because I do. I have an older mother who has health issues, so of course I I'm concerned. And I have asthma myself, But I think about this time when I had to go to the hospital because I had an asthma attack. And, we was like wondering what's going on because I got sick. And I had an asthma attack. I was having stuffiness, my breathing. It was hell. And this was like 5 years ago. And I was taken to the hospital because I was having an asthma attack. And the doctor said, "Oh well, this happened because of the rhinovirus." And we was like, "What rhinovirus? What's that? What's that?" And it sounded so serious. And they said, "Oh, it's just a common cold." And apparently, the coronavirus is just a common cold. And when you look at the Lysol sprays and the disinfectant sprays, it says human coronavirus on it, like meaning that this has been around for a while. The coronavirus is on the disinfectant sprays that you have had in your house for years, meaning that the coronavirus is nothing new. Go look at your disinfectant sprays. Go look at your Clorox wipes. It says human coronavirus on it. Okay? And they try to scare you. Doctors with their big old doctor talk, those big words they like to use to make things seem like it's some fancy, elaborate disease. Like, no, the rhinovirus was just a common cold. And they like to do that, like to scare you by using these big words. It sounds scary, doesn't it? Coronavirus. It sounds scary. But why has there been 73,000 recoveries if it is so bad and it's so deadly? Why is it that like triple times more people have survived from this coronavirus than died if it is so serious? Can somebody please tell me? We all know the answer. They tricking us. Like they always do. They've been tricking us for centuries. That's all they do. It's all about mind control. They're stealing your energy. Don't give your energy to fear and panic, and don't give your energy to them. Put your energy into yourself. Put your energy into God and getting closer to God. Take this time to manifest the life that you want to live. Take this time to pray and trust in God. Take this time to stop relying on outside sources. Take this time to start relying on yourself, relying on your abilities. Take this time to grow your own talents and to manifest a career where you can use your own talents and do what makes you happy. Because a lot of people have jobs that makes them miserable. People have talents that they are not using. And it's time to open yourself up like a flower. Open up your little flower petals and look inside that flower. What's going on inside of you? Is there something inside of you that needs a change? Is there something that you can do to get away? Why is there bugs out right now? Like it's not even hot. Anyways, what can you do to better your life? How can you use this coronavirus to make your life better? How can you look within? How can you grow as whatever it is that you like to do, whether it be building cars or, being a gardener or a musician or a dancer? How can you grow those hobbies and interests and talents during this time? Just take care of yourself and love yourself and trust God during this time, okay? The coronavirus will not last forever. In the Bible, God says, this too shall pass. Any tough time will always pass, okay? So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need to take my black ass back in the house because it's cold, okay? So, bye-bye.